really like this like 90s. It's like 90s Japanese D&D aesthetic. It's like very specific.
It's Senosaka. That's what I kept thinking when I saw it.
But you know what I mean? Like 90s
Yeah.
fantasy had a very specific look to it, like Escaflowne too.
Yes,
I love
yes. Yeah, I like it too. And one thing I don't like about Deetlit is that the cape covers are so much you don't always get to see it. But otherwise, pretty cool.
I like the cape.
I don't hate the cape. Don't get me wrong. I like
the cape's like the best part. I love it.
He doesn't like how it covers all the time, so you can't see the good design.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's.
The cape's part of the good design.
It is, but it also obstructs the rest of the design sometimes. I can understand
more
that.
of the design. Ooh, yes.
Zebra!
So Zebra is already stronger than every weapon in the first level.
That's a zebra.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's a big sword.
It's a big sword.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Swing it on the ground.
I like the
I
art.
love how her foot kicks up because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
such
and
a
look
nice
at her, look at her
detail.
arch.
It's starting to become too heavy for her to wield, guys. Wow, how big is the Dragon Buster?
I think the Dragon Buster is around the same size.
About the same size. It's that same.
Yeah, because there's like
range.
different classes. You have the great sword, the normal sword, the knife, the spear.
Also, that looks like a two-hander, so that makes sense.
Just like
What is that? Kobold. What the hell? I thought it was a wolf man.
It's a little kobold.
I thought kobolds are dragon men usually.
You know, kobolds are usually different.
I
But I mean, having them as dog
I always thought they were a subset of
Sometimes
goblins.
sometimes they're just imps basically, like
Yeah.
a waxing thing. But most fantasy I'm aware of, they're distinguished from imps because they're not demons. They're literally dragon men, like little. They're like dragon halflings basically.
Woodchuck. How much? Could he chuck? If he could.
Is this like the
if he could do so.
the berserker of the group?
No, he's the thief, like the rogue.
Oh.
Oh, who wants to be the thief? It has to be someone who's cool.
Alright.
I guess I have to take over the roles.
Wait, no. Boranbo or I have to talk then. You set the rules.
You got it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hey, Deed. Have you escaped?
Where is this place?
Well, this is like a gambling den. Gambling's the best way to quickly drum up military funds.
Gambling? You never learn, do you?
You won't regret trying it. If you ever feel like gambling, let me know anytime. Hey, Deed. Want to do some gambling?
Okay, so I actually calculated the probabilities of all these. So there's actually nothing that's in your favor to bet on. So I mean, I wouldn't bother with it unless you like lotteries.
I hate everything having to do with chance, so goodbye!
So I actually thought that they might have... So go back there.
Look at the rules one more time.
Yeah, so I actually thought that they might have slipped something in where, like, one of these, if you bet on them, like, if you bet on them enough, it would be in your favor, you come out ahead. Like, Epsilion, you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a chance of you to win, and then there's a payout. And so you can calculate over time whether you'll lose or gain money if, like, as the amount of times you do it increases.
You know, also if luck doesn't decide to say...
No luck.
No,
Not talking about luck.
Like, yeah, you can
There's no
disregard,
luck
you can
in it.
disregard chance.
Mathematically, as the number of times you do it increases, it'll be in the house's favor or your favor. So I calculated it, but they're all in the house's favor.
They're all in house favor. There's no dead. I'm in a dead even. It's just always a house favor.
They're all in the houses. Well, actually, I think there are some that are like 50-50.
I mean, that's how roulette is. Roulette's usually.
Yeah, no, so I mean that's how gambling is. That's why the household.
Yeah.
But now
getting
the
some
game, I was like, oh, it'd be fun if like one of them was actually in your favor and you just get money if you're smart enough to realize that.
Yeah.
But no, I've actually did the calculation. Well, I mean, I didn't do it.
So it's literally just chance. Do you want to try and win?
Yeah,
some
it's just
money?
chance. It's like a lottery. It's like, yeah, if you're lucky and you do it a few times, you can make some money. But if you do it enough times, you will lose money here.
Yeah. Icarus, you probably should do it.
Oh yeah.
Your track record.
Never. Luck can kiss my frickin'... Oh, hello.
No, luck's the most important stat. You never achieve anything.
I don't have it.
The problem is
You
that
do
Icarus
have
doesn't-
luck. You're not dead
Icarus,
yet.
yeah, Icarus doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't understand that luck counts for more things than just the the
You
chance he
have
wants it to
you
work.
have statistically probably some of the best luck of any living creature to ever exist.
Because you're still alive.
That's just
Because you're a
blessings in that
person.
way.
In a very civilized society that's currently peaceful, and you're still alive. You live for actually a very long time for most creatures.
Can I buy anything else? I'm not gonna. You're right about the weapons by far, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Goodbye, Halberd. I will not.
Yeah, Steve, the other stuff is already useless because the game is very fast-paced.
What's the difference between, I guess, hat trick is a 3-shot and jeweled bow is probably just a high damage?
Yeah, hat trick shoots 3.
Good.
Yeah, but go look at Dragon Buster. See, Dragon Buster is weaker.
Wow.
It's a little faster,
It's
but it's already weaker than Zebra Sword.
I guess I'll buy some herbs because
Wait, no, I would just buy like as much as you can, man. Of like healing,
Herbs?
herbs and healing.
yeah, I buy 5 herbs immediately because I don't want to be poisoned or something.
Yeah.
Herbs.
Wait, no, go back.
I don't have enough.
Herbs and spices.
Oh, you spent all your money. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have
You
any.
broke.
I'll just buy as many of the mana potions and healing potions as you can get,
Okay,
and stay stocked up.
there we go. This one.
Yeah, no, this is very Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
very.
this part, like this warp is like almost the exact same as it was.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's kind of new, but I mean,
I
later ones especially.
bold.
Woo!
What is that?
It's
Scarlet
Scarlet
Vulture. That's cool.
He's immune to fire.
Wow, I thought we win.
Alright, yeah, very resistant to
Alright.
fire. He's at 6, so you should probably use wind against him.
Wait,
Ghouls are weak
her.
against. Well, weak to light.
You like Planetina?
I haven't seen it yet, actually.
Oh my god, I have a crush on Planetina.
I think that's the episode we're on, so I need to watch that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have like a huge crush on Planetina, and I didn't really know why until Donna told me it's
Voice actors.
Alison Brie. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, there we go. There we go.
Can I go down there?
Yeah, flame damage can be negated while controlling Spirit of Flame. Yeah, just don't drown in the lava.
If you could breathe in lava, could you drown in it? Like fantasy-wise, could you
Yeah,
drown?
but you can't.
But think about
That's my new character, man that doesn't understand hypotheticals. I'm role-playing a new
it's
character.
stronger. Oh my gosh!
Makana. Look, it's the actual Will-O-Wisps that you're summoning. So now they're your enemies. They're immune to their own element, man.
That's okay. I can stretch them.
I can still cut them. You can rapid fire the bow too. You don't have to aim every shot.
But it wouldn't
Yeah,
hit them, right?
No, it will. It locks in to where you're aiming.
The Sage's bow. It can bow anywhere.
Yeah.
That didn't work. That was bad.
Yeah.
I tried.
I love
was
when
trying-
she's shooting the bow, she's holding her like extra arrows in her offhand, like you actually would.
Oh my gosh, that was bad.
Ready to notch the next one, yeah.
Just get out of here, man. What are you doing? Just get out of here.
I don't want to kill
Wait
them.
till you-
Wow.
You don't have to kill everything.
You gotta farm the experience, though.
Yeah, that's all I'm talking about.
Skeleton.
Delicious experience. Wait, that wasn't a skeleton warrior? Or a skeleton soldier, even?
No, it's just skeleton.
I can't.
You can't jump that high. You gotta,
Yeah, you can.
give it something different. Hey,
No.
what if you...
You
what
gotta
if
go
you
back.
use... Never mind, yeah, that wouldn't work. I was like, what if you use the heat to jump higher? I guess you can't hover.
Yeah,
higher
it's like
than-
Breath of the Wild, you can make your own
That's,
character.
yeah, I was thinking, yeah, use the updraft.
Wait, which one of you? Oh, it's Icarus. You haven't played Breath of the Wild.
I have not. No.
My.
Wow, you worried about that? That makes you upset?
I mean, it's probably one of the best games to come out like
I don't doubt
20
it.
years. But
I just haven't done it. I also hate the weapon durability. I won't lie.
I'm not gonna lie either. It's not a perfect game. It's actually a very flawed game.
Oh my gosh.
So there are games that are just perfect. It's like, mwah, like Chef's Kiss, perfect. Like Super Mario Odyssey.
Super
It's
Mario
like that's it. You
64.
did it. You made a 10-10 game. Like no complaints. Then there's games that are like seriously flawed, but they're so unique. Like there's no alternative. Like if there was an alternative that was improved on, then that would be one thing. But there's no one else who made a game like that. You just accept it. So I'll put Breath of the Wild in that category. There's no other game like it.
But there
And
is
it does
now.
so many things so well that you put up with flaws.
Well, Skyrim.
No.
It's like the only game that gets like considered to be the same genre, like close enough, I guess. in the
It's
same
not
genre.
even. No, it's not even.
There's been
It's
others that
weird.
come out that are
Oh
saying
yeah, Genshin Impact, I guess. kind of.
Genshin Impact, Phoenix, whatever, the one with the green.
Yeah,
I mean, they made
Phoenix
some
Rising.
games, but they're all crap. They're not the same.
Phoenix Rising is literally a Ubisoft clone of
Yeah,
Yes.
but they're all worse though. They're all worse.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean they don't have the polish that
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild carries with it. Yeah, and I agree though that like there isn't really something you can. I was making a joke I said Skyrim, but
Metal Gear Solid 5 is kind of like that too, where it's like really flawed game, but it's just so good. And even now, still, no one's done a game that's better than what it's attempting to do.
and no one probably ever will.
Yeah, no one probably ever will,
Because he just
unfortunately.
decides to make another game that's the exact same game. Like I mean, he has the engine to it. He made a game with different mechanics.
Yeah, it's a shame that Konami got bullied out of video games because all their IPs were just gonna die with them.
Yeah, they should license out or something, or like open. I don't know. Yeah. Oh man, they should just make them public domain. And then anyone can make
Yeah, that would be
a
cool.
game or a Metal Slug game or.
Well, Metal Slug is SNK. You're
Oh,
thinking of
SNK.
Contra.
Oh yeah, Contra. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Back over we go.
Why did I think that Konami had a Metal Slug pachinko machine?
They might have because
They make a lot of them.
yeah, they make a lot, and then other companies will license them to make their stuff.
Cool.
That's like their specialty now is pachinko, Apache slot.
Yeah, and that's where they make a lot of money
So
now.
sad.
I'll be honest, I never understood gambling. I mean, I don't gamble as a rule, but like even if I wanted to gamble, I just like I don't get it. Like, why is that anything?
It's not.
It's like a thrill thing. Like some people, enjoy. Like,
Now,
the
some
chance of
gambling
losing.
games I enjoy, like poker, but I enjoy it for the game, not for the
Yeah.
gambling.
And it's virtual, so it's not like you don't
Yeah.
lose anything out of it. Like, there's no loss here. You're just getting experience.
I mean, I guess you could consider Magic the Gathering a type of gambling because there is a large luck element, but it's not like you're betting money on it.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not, yeah. I would say anything that's gambling is if you have.
I'm talking about like when you're just betting money, but you don't have a skill element, especially like slots. I never understood why
Yeah,
anyone would play slot
slots.
machine.
Yeah, we had a friend
Ooh!
who had a birthday on a cruise casino, and I played some slot machines. I actually made some money, and I was like, oh, let's keep going, and I lost all of it. So
I played slots once, and I did make money, but I gave it away, so I don't gamble.
I kinda
like,
wanna.
I went in planning not to make anything, so I was like, whatever. Even though I think I broke even or something, so I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I might have come up like $20 or something, so it's like not a huge amount, but I mean, I definitely bought lotto tickets just like because the jackpot was a decent amount,
Ah,
but obviously never won.
cool.
Yeah, and like high stakes gambling with a lot of money, I can't get behind it. It just doesn't make any sense. Like,
There we go.
because like if for some of it, I can kind of understand like, oh, if I'm gonna spend like, $20 to play a game or watch a movie or something, I guess you could also justify doing that with like a chance of getting money out of it. If that kind of makes
Yeah,
sense
I mean,
to me.
if it's fun, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
if it's a game that's fun,
That's
then
the
I
thing.
would spend money to play it.
A lot of the electronic gambling machines, they make them look like they're real games, but there
But
is
they're
no.
not, yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Pachinko has a little bit of a skill element to it, like traditional pachinko,
Yeah.
because you do have input on how you shoot the ball and the timing, but really not. It's kind of like an illusion.
Yeah, yeah.
You have got
To
to
make
be
you feel
kidding
like
me.
it's like pinball, basically.
Curve. Can she curve the arrow? Oh.
You're shooting too close to it.
Is wanted?
No, aim farther away from it.
Oh, like this.
Aim away from it.
He's
Yeah.
infinitely aiming way past it though. Yeah, you gotta aim down.
There you
for
go.
There we go.
Perfect. Nice.
Slide.
I had the wrong one on.
Wait, hold on. Shoot like a couple arrows once you get your aim lined up. Shoot more.
Oh, just the dude, it's like
No, no,
oh,
no, no,
that
that's not what. Oh my gosh, I
that
was
wasn't what you wanted to do.
No, shoot multiple arrows.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You can no, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
not like
I
that.
see what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. Get
Get your
shot
aim
line.
lined up and then shoot multiple.
A
Oops.
little more down. Like 3 more degrees. There you go. Oh, maybe a little too much. Sorry.
Nope,
Too
nope,
Come on,
nope.
just shoot one to get your aim ready, lined up.
Hey, you have to redo it every time though. There's
No, you don't.
It does re-snap. It snaps him back to being straight horizontal, right? Between
Keep
shots.
keep your aim up.
You hold the button and then.
Yeah.
I love how many arrows on the screen right now.
How do I hold the aim? Is it LB?
Well, you have your arrow ready, right?
Yeah, I'm holding a
Like
triangle.
shoot and then hold the button again. There you
Oh,
go.
that's okay. Yeah. No,
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
there you
like.
go.
Now run and dash. Run and
Sorry,
dash.
it's hard to explain it. That's what I'm trying to
I
do.
see what you mean.
Yeah. Not holding the controller.
Yeah, pass me the controller, bro, so I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was hard for me to explain, but you got it now.
This is an interesting mechanic. The magnetic.
Huh?
The Goblin Chef.
You just feel so safe and secure on those doors. It doesn't help that they do it in the background like this too, so you
Yeah.
do get like.
Oh, what's that bow? What's that bow? What's that bow? Okay, don't pick that up.
I literally didn't see it.
I think you already have the Goblin bow yet? Oh no. I mean, it's crap.
Way worse.
Yeah.
The Sage's bow is the Sage's bow for a reason.
It's the Saga bow.
Oh yeah, he is resistant to lightning. I bet he's super weak to lightning though.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, you gotta thread the needle. Not really though. Once you get it going, it's gonna go.
There you go.
Yeah, Rombo's trick got you going faster now.
The Scarlet Vulture. We should do a tier list for colors. Like all the colors.
There we go.
Which do you like better, Scarlet or Crimson?
The name of the color?
Yeah.
Scarlet sounds more effeminate to me. Crimson sounds more. I would say masculine, but less effeminate, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder if that's because of Nathaniel Hawthorne or something else.
I was gonna say
The Scarlet Witch.
Gone with the Wind probably is what.
Oh, Scarlet O'Hara. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Scarlet
Yeah.
Letter probably makes me
Miss
think that.
Scarlet, Miss
I was thinking of the Scarlet Letter.
Scarlet Letter. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that does have an association there with more with women. Like,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Oh, you know what? Screw you.
Could have been that. Yeah. Could've been
Ooh.
Crimson makes me think of King Crimson.
Kim, so this is where you were.
It makes me think of blood. That's the first thing I heard the word crimson for some reason.
Epsilion, mine.
Oh, sorry. You've come quite a long way down. You won't be able to go back, you know.
I remember the way.
That's not what I mean. I'll entrust you with a new seed of adventure. If adventure is what you seek,
If adventure is what you seek. Oh,
I
it's all
have
about.
wares. What else my wares?
There we go.
Yeah, you should do a Scottish accent for him.
Okay. You show me Sean Connery?
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Alright, I'll do Sean Connery.
And Sean Connery has a Spanish accent, remember?
No. He has an Egyptian accent. What are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah, it's an Egyptian accent.
How many do I have?
So ridiculous.
I don't know. It won't let you buy it if you get the match.
Christopher Lambert was a.
You mean Christopher Lambert?
Yeah, he's.
The Dutch?
I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He's yelling at him, calling him a Spanish peacock, and he's speaking with a like incredible.
Buy some more healing potions, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
For October, he's still a Russian submarine guy who's still using the Scottish accent. Well,
Have you ever seen the Highlander anime movie? Now that's a good movie.
No, I've seen the manga. I've seen like the couple panels from it. I never got to read the
So the movie, it was made by the same guy that made Ninja Scroll and the Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. So it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's really high quality.
I actually greatly prefer it to like actual Highlander movies. It's so cool.
That's interesting.
So the main character and antagonist in that are the main character was Gallic, and then the antagonist was like Caesar type character. He's Roman. So that's where their like antagonism comes from way back then. And it goes all the way to the present and into the future. So the bulk of the movie actually takes place kind of in like the far future.
I think you can go this way, Chris.
You just wanted the rock.
He really wanted that rock. Just give me a couple rocks. Okay.
Too bad you can't get sticks to snakes. My favorite spell.
I'm really freaked out by that centipede in the background.
I can attack it.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, sorry, it's the background. I mean, like, not near you, off to the side or whatever.
Would you rather have snakes to sticks or sticks to snakes?
For my own personal use, I'd rather have snakes to sticks.
Yeah, that seems really useful.
Because, like, I'm more likely to run into a snake that I don't want to bite me, or
if I do sticks to snakes, do I have to control the snakes, or do I just create snakes and deal
They're
with
just snakes, man. You just make snakes. How can you control a snake, bro?
Oh,
like,
you know, it's
snake,
magic, so
it's like a snake race where they're like allied with you, maybe, I guess? Like, that could be how it works. Like, they're the snake people.
Yeah, like the rat queen or whatever her name was.
The rat catcher, too.
Okay, yeah, I'll just keep going now.
Icarus
Oh yeah, Icarus went to bed. He didn't watch any of the cool movies.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I had to go to bed. Here we go.
Interesting. You probably would have liked it.
It's your life. Yeah, you probably would have or wouldn't have.
I think you would have. I think you would have liked it.
Oh,
I mean, you wouldn't like all the death,
and
but
Ifrit.
the characters live.
what are the king's spirits doing here?
Why are you so surprised, daughter of the forest? The spirit of wind is free.
Alright, that's you, Boranbo.
Exerting one's will over the world. That is the spirit's true desire.
If you fear the future, then cast away your dreams and be free.
If the past haunts you, then burn your memories to ash.
If the music you seek to play graces not your ears,
Then eradicate your foolish thoughts, here and now.
oh, this is a boss fight. I was like, where's this going? I honestly thought they.
I hope you're good at switching. Switch!
What if we like give you?
He's guarding.
I got it.
What if we give you advice on switching by doing this? To help?
Yeah.
Have you seen enough Switch commercials or the preview?
Oh yeah, now you're playing Ikaruga.
Oh my.
No, shoot the other guy. The other guy, he's guarding.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
I got it.
Man.
You defend against the one and fight the other. Yeah, and use your Will-O-Wisp because it does hurt them.
Slow down a little bit.
Because you're on like max magic.
Because he's definitely getting it. He just needs to like take a moment to absorb. You know what I mean?
No, it actually like boggles the mind.
Oh no, I know. I'm not playing. But I get that idea.
Yeah, it gets it gets confusing when
you're
you.
gonna have to let Icarus get used to it.
Gosh dang.
Get used to the console.
There
And
we
the
go.
little
Oh my gosh.
positions.
I mean, because literally, Treasure Mate Ikaruga, the whole game is based around this, and the later stages like, really start to get confusing to the mind. It's a really simple concept, but when you have to react in time and register.
And essentially, it's a puzzle game, but you
Yeah.
have to do it instantaneously.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game based around reflexes.
Like Rez, but not Rez.
Here we go. You should probably heal. Switch. There you go.
He's guarding. Okay, sorry. Oops, fireman.
So you're level 3 now, so you can auto heal if you want.
Do they have separate health bars? Or are they united?
They're united.
Okay. I couldn't tell if I forgot to look at the end of the bar. Oh yeah.
So yeah.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Yeah, you gotta absorb some damage.
You like that absorb netcode?
What?
The Japanese came up with something they're calling absorb netcode, and no one knows what they're talking about.
No,
Like, is it rollback? Like, what are you talking about?
absorb netcode.
Yeah, I think. Is
Oh,
it
you literally can do with your hand.
Say again?
What?
Say it. What was the last thing you said?
I have to look up what game it is.
Is it Guilty Gear?
No, Guilty Gears use rollback,
Okay.
like everyone else.
Jin of Ifrit. Jin and Ifrit's defeat.
I'm
Alright.
sure absorb netcode is the starting power of the main bad guy from Digimon movie.
Oh, it's Virtual Fighter 5.
Did you hear that from where that joke just get sandbagged?
I didn't hear it at all.
So I'm pretty sure absorb netcode is the main attack of the main villain from Digimon movie.
Okay.
What's his name? Diaboromon.
Diaboromon, thank you. I knew you'd know it. I knew you would.
You mean Diablomon?
No,
Double
Diaboromon
jump!
is
Press jump
the-
on my man food. Double
is the bad guy
jump!
from the TV series. Diaboromon is the weird virus monster.
No, it's.
Oh, she
it's
really
Diablomon.
is Aqua. She gets the double jump to Aqua gets. Wow. That's
Yeah,
what-
because that character
Uh-oh.
invented double jump.
It's the way she does it. It's the same with like the whatever.
No, I'm just kidding.
Eto, is this the priest? Anyone want to be Eto?
You got it, man.
I have enough voices. I don't remember what I was doing for anybody now, so it probably won't matter until next
Yeah,
week.
he's like the cleric.
Okay, I'll be the cleric because I'm the support. Ah, I wondered who it could be. Eto, where is this place? Do you know how to get out of here? It's not like you to show weakness, but there's nothing wrong with feeling fear.
Mhm.
Fear? No, this isn't exactly fear. No, you are afraid. You try to avert your eyes from reality and fear. You simply have yet to realize it.
Whoa.
What are you talking about? I have a theory, but I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, that's clearly all in our mind.
I think you actually will like the story of this game because, like I said, it's a self-contained story. I mean, you're not gonna know any of the characters, so you're not gonna get the fan service parts. But the actual story you don't need to know. You just need to know the basic premise.
You don't need those fan service parts to get the story.
Yeah.
Gotten so far.
Like, you just need to know the basic premise is that she's an elf. She's married to a
love the
human. Yeah, and
She's
that's
really
basically it.
sweet.
And she's being revisited by her past.
Yeah, and then dead old comrades are coming and saying cryptic things to her. She's in a place she doesn't know where she is.
Yeah, that's pretty much setting it.
Alright, got it. Oh, I got those stats down. That's cute. Alright, I think that's where we're gonna have to stop for today. And that's safe,
Save?
right? We good? That's safe?
Yeah, you say it. Yeah, if it says the words on the screen, you
Well,
go.
let me just do it. Okay, there we go.
It's that easy.
Are we sure? Okay, hold on. Well, what if I just... Alright, enough of that. Alright. Oh, bestiarity.
What?
What?
Don't say it. Don't repeat yourself. Just don't.
Oh yeah, so many new.
That's borderline.
Ooh.
Wow, that's mean. It said the goblin's dumb and lazy.
Oh.
Wow.
Rather dumb and
Can you
lazy.
say that? Can you say that 2021?
You gotta start calling me a goblin.
Ooh, Lizard
Intelligent
man.
humanoid lizard. He's intelligent though. Is it intelligent
Like
like
the
a
harpy.
lizard or intelligent like a human?
Harpy woman?
They're alright.
It's a monster man. Screw you.
Pretends to be a door. Poison mist.
Oh, one of the 5 color dragons. He's from the water.
Oh. So there's 5
Somehow
dragons
reminiscent
now,
of Deetlit. Ooh. Black magic.
Undead warriors.
You freaking pixies. But actually not venomous. Oh, look, you can see the enemies that you can't. Ooh.
You haven't run into yet, but
Will-O-Wisp.
oh, it's bosses.
The boss. Oh, look at
Ooh,
these.
that was definitely a dragon face. Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. You're spoiling.
I'm spoiling
Oh.
things.
Oh, let's look at all the cool swords.
A week. Wait, is it built by the hero Allium? What?
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a hero? What?
I don't know.
Very cool.
Wait, show me Vegetable Quest. I want to play that game now.
That's onion
No, that's-
boy avoids
It's Princess
taxes.
Tomato in the Vegetable Kingdom or whatever. You ever play that?
No. It's a Super Nintendo game.
It's an NES game.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that'll be it for now.
Oh, that's the eye that flashes every time you have one of those weird visions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It
Maybe
looks
she's
more
stuck
subtle
in
than
an
that.
illusion.
That's weird.
Ooh. Oh, alright.
Mind's eye.
Alright, that'll do it for today for our dives into the Strams. We finished Sonic Adventure 2 and we did something new, and I'm very excited to get back to it too. That all rhymed! That's cool. Anyway, thanks for being there, Epsilion and Boranbo. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Did you advertise
fun.
the Discord?
You're right, I didn't advertise the Discord. Oh my gosh, I
Advertise the
forgot.
what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay,
what?
so
Discord channel.
hold on. Let me get the link.
What?
Hold on. I gave you the link
The
earlier.
Discord channel.
Hold on, I get the link. I get the link. I get the link. Hold
You're
on.
channeling chaos?
Chaos. Okay, here's the link.
Yeah, the Discord should be called Chaos Control.
Chaos control. No, don't make it that. Don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So, like
Here,
Bravo.
make a channel called Epsilion's Bad Ideas. I'll just put posts in there about stupid things I think of for the channel.
Oh my gosh. So we have a Discord. Boranbo was super gracious to make it for us. Thank you, Boranbo.
Well, it took me like 5 seconds.
Well,
Okay.
it's still nice. Thank you. And we're gonna
You're
be posting
welcome.
stuff on that. I'll see if I can't get like some project ideas and stuff going there too. And we'll see if we can't make it more lively and stuff like that too, so we can keep going. So yeah, everyone,
we'll
thank
shove some bodies in
Boranbo.
here.
So yeah, that's the
we're on
link
some
for
bots to put in here to talk. It's so
No.
quiet.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna put your bot that you trained that one time to
No,
discuss.
not that one.
Oh, that one.
Not that one. Not that one.
Not that one.
All right, Epsilion Boranbo, I will talk to you both later. Thank you very much, and mwah,
Yeah.
I'll see you later, my friends.
Kisses, I guess. Thanks for having us.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. I love them. They're great. But yeah, so Boranbo made a Discord for everyone. So we now have a Discord, and it's linked on both YouTube and Twitch. I'm gonna try and link it on Twitter. I have to get that going. Let me see how to do that. But yeah, so feel free to go there. You can chat during streams or whatever. And yeah. Oh, I know one tab we need to make. We probably need to make like a spoiler tab because I don't like spoiling of games and story. So we'll probably put a spoiler tab. Probably if you're listening, probably get that up. That way people can put spoilers all they want. I won't see it. Okay, but yeah. Thank you very much for joining. That was our dive into the streams. I'm Icarus, and these are the streams that we dive into. We finished Sonic Adventure 2, and now we'll be going into Deetlit and the Labyrinth thing. Sorry, the name always eludes me, but the Elven Labyrinth. And I'm really enjoying it. I definitely see what Boranbo's saying. I still really love Ritual of the Night. I do. But I do understand what he's saying about the sprite work and stuff. That it does look very nice. It does. And maybe later we'll do Symphony of the Night or something. I never played that before, so new streams for me, and it could be pretty fun. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Once again, these are streams. I dive in every Tuesday, like today, at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It should pretty much always be 7:30 at this point because now the work has gone back to normal. And we usually jump into a single player experience, but with friends jumping in too. Excuse me. And we'll definitely be continuing this and moving forward with that. And then on Fridays, we jump in with Boranbo, Epsilion's fiance Sasha, and our other friend Valamir into Tales of Vesperia. And we've been going through that. I think we're pretty much halfway through the story or very close to it. It's been very long, but we've been having a good time with it. So as much as it sometimes gives us trouble, but it's still very good. So we're going to definitely go through all of that together. And then on Sundays, every other Sunday, oh, day for work. Every other Sunday, Epsilion and I go in to Final Fantasy 14 for Final Family Fantasy Funtime 14, as we call it. And we do Final Fantasy 14 together. We're in Stormblood currently. We're at the end of Stormblood, I believe. And that's been very, very fun. But this Sunday will not be that. This Sunday will most likely be continuation of the single player thing. So more Deetlit, more of this probably. Just keep an eye on Twitter for that and Twitch's schedule. Due to some stuff that's happened, family stuff might come up. I'm not sure. I have to take a look at that, and I won't know for a little bit. So I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, that's the schedule, 3 times a week. I know for anyone who knows in the past, there was another day where we did Kingdom Hearts Chronicles. We will be going back to it, but I have to take some time because work started back up in a way that's more time than before, so I don't have the time to do it right now. It will most likely happen on the anniversary of my streaming, later in November around Thanksgiving time. And who knows, we might do a very long marathon of Kingdom Hearts 1. I might be able to beat that in one sitting. I might. It's possible. I know the game very well. But yeah, also for Kingdom Hearts, keep an eye out for, it'll be a while from now, but I am working on some projects. I know as I've been streaming for a while, it'll be a year in November. I'm happy with how things are going. I am enjoying it. I've been praying about it a lot, and I do think I'm going to continue. I've been doubting it a little bit, but I am having fun, and I want to continue, and I'm having a good time with it. But I do understand that I probably need to expand some and do some new projects too. So none of the streams will change; those will keep going. But I'm also going to try and do some projects that I've been working on, actually. So we might even work on a couple of them on stream, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's just a floating idea. But yeah, so look forward to that maybe in the future, but not too soon. I've got a while before I can really, do much with it. I got a lot of prep work to do. But yeah, so if you're going to leave now, may God bless you. I thank you so much for stopping by, whether it's now or future VOD or anything like that. All of this will go up on YouTube once again. I always make sure to put it up there, so you'll be able to see it there eventually. So yeah, if you're going to stick around just a little bit longer, I am a believer in God's word, and I do like to share a little bit of his word at the end of every stream. I do so, honestly, is the most important thing I do when I stream, because my whole life is to glorify him. That's what I'm supposed to be, a living sacrifice. So in order to do that, I definitely want to share a little bit of his word today. So in order to do that, we are going to jump back into Genesis. So we've been going through Genesis because we've been going through the whole Bible, and my plan, which is very huge in a way, is to go through basically the entire Bible and go through all of it and kind of like talk about all the stories in God's work through his people and his work through our history. So I kind of wanted to do that. So what better place to start than Genesis? We'll probably skip over some stuff, but we'll definitely do most of it. Hold on. Yes. So we have been going through Genesis, and we have been talking about the creation of man, the fall, the creation of the world, the flood, moving into finally Abraham, who was a man who had great faith in God. And this was way before like any official prophets or anything like that. So he was basically one of the first prophets, because God, I guess Noah would kind of be considered that. But God looked at him and said, look, your faith is amazing. I am going to lead you to a promised land, and I'm going to give you a land that is not your own, and give you a nation from your seed, from your generations, from your legacy, that will cover the earth. I'm going to grant to you a covenant between you and I, that I will take care of this nation. They will be a nation after me. and eventually a nation through which true salvation would come in Jesus Christ. But in order to get there, there had to be a covenant made, and God said that Sarah, Abraham's older wife, would bear a child. And Abraham was like, are you sure? Because maybe we could just use my handmaiden here. And yeah, actually, Sarah said that. Let's just use a handmaiden. No, look, Ishmael, this will be the chosen one, right? And God's like, no, this is not. But we're old. I don't care. I'm God. I can do anything. I will still bless this child and her mother and his mother. Don't worry, they're fine. They were fine. We learned about that, I believe, last time we were in Genesis. No, 2 times ago. With the birth of Isaac. But then, finally, because of Abraham's faith, and because of, most importantly, the promise made by God, so because of God's promise and the faithfulness, Isaac was born, Abraham's son, through which God promised the seed for the next generation, for the generation that would be blessed by the Lord, Israel, came through. So, Isaac was born. It was a great celebration. He is God's promise through years and years, and we've been over the promise multiple times. God re-promised over and over and over again to Abraham. So this is the promised child to Abraham, through which that seed, that promise of your generation will span through the legacy, was promised. So this is like the big kid. It's like, yeah, like this is it. This is the big one. And now God is going to use that promise to test Abraham's faith and worship of him. This is probably one of I wouldn't say one of the biggest, but a very well-known and biblically and even secularly understood parts of the Bible. It's a very important story about faith and about trusting in God even when things in front of us may look even contrary to what he has us do. And this is the test of faith in Genesis 22. So, let's set the stage for this. A call to sacrifice. After these things, after Isaac was born, Hagar and Ishmael were sent off. They made a new land for themselves. Blah, blah. Everything was good. God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And he said, here I am. So the first thing we notice, and I know I'm bringing it down already, it says God tested Abraham. There are times, and the book of Job is this. There are times where God tests us, and when it comes to suffering in the world, I heard a preacher talk about this once. It's a pretty good way of understanding it. There are 4 main ways that can be understood of a reason for someone's suffering. 1, the person may have sinned, and this is chastisement, retribution. 2, we live in a fallen world, and while it's not our fault, the world itself is fallen, and therefore the ramifications, the collateral damage of that may affect us. 3, it may be an answer to a promise in an indirect way that we don't understand. Maybe it is actually bringing us to a place we need to be in order to trial by fire us. And 4, it is for the glory of the Lord and for his glory through our suffering. Sometimes that's kind of that last one. Those last two are kind of hard to swallow sometimes. But it says here, God tests Abraham, and he has every right to. Remember, God is the one who made Abraham, and he's the one who made all of us. He has every right to do whatever he needs for us and to us for his glory. As he is the creator, whether he is benevolent or not, which he is, or whether he was or not, he has every right to do whatever he wishes with the creation that he made. Because without him, we wouldn't breathe anyway. But it doesn't mean but we are told by his word that he loves us greatly. And even here, it will be shown. But this is one of those where it is kind of number 3 and 4. Trial in order to test faith, in order to better someone and answer the prayer, and definitely for glorification of God. So he calls Abraham. Abraham immediately answers, showing that amazing faith that Abraham showed before. Not perfect, as we've seen before with his trips to Egypt and with the king Abimelech, but still amazing faith. So the Lord said, take your son, your only son, Isaac. Not that Ishmael didn't exist. He knows that. They all know it. But we're talking about Isaac, the only son. The Lord mentions it that way because this is the son that my promise was going through. That only son, that one I promised through. He's saying that for the emphasis. whom you love, who I know you love dearly, and go to land of Moria, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you. So the Lord says to Abraham, that son that you love, that I promised you, that I promised that your legacy would go forward and a nation would be made through that seed by this son. That son who you love and who you know I love. I want you to go and sacrifice him. Kill him as a sacrifice to me to show your faith. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Icarus, Christianity, I'm pretty sure, doesn't do the human sacrifice thing. That's a huge thing. Oh, yeah. Absolutely not. That's why worship of Baal is so looked down upon back in the day of the Old Testament, because there were human sacrifices all the time and other heathen gods. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Yes. Well, then he's saying to do that, though. Yes, he is. But it's against what he would do. Yes, it is. Well, then what does Abraham do? What should he do? So Abraham rose early in the morning, saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and his son Isaac. And he cut down the wood for the burnt offering, and arose and went to the place which God had told him to. He did what anyone who's called by the Lord should do immediately. He obeyed. But it's contrary, but he obeyed. He took the steps to do so. But hold on, we're not done yet. On the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place from afar. And Abraham said to his young men, stay here with the donkey. I and the boy will go over there and worship and come again to you. So he said, you guys stay here. I'm going to go, just me and the boy, on the father-son thing, to the Lord. He probably said that because if it turned out that it would happen, he didn't want anyone else there. And Abraham took the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son. He took his hand, and took in his hand the fire and the knife. So they both went on them. Both of them went together. Sorry. And Isaac said to his father Abraham, "My father." And he said, "Here I am, my son." He said, "Behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" And Abraham said, "Watch this. God will provide him for himself the lamb for a burnt offering, my son." So they both went for the other. Abraham knows, he's not a fool. He knows that human sacrifice to the Lord is forbidden. This is not the way the Lord wants to be honored. So he knows something's going to happen. He knows the Lord will not allow this to occur. But he does, even knowing that, he still goes straight through with it as if he's about to do it. Fully committed to, let's get everything ready for this sacrifice of my son. Now, there are a bunch of parallels we could make about it. We'll go into it. But it's important to note that Abraham knew that this was not going to happen. Knew that this was, whoa, this is not what the Lord wants normally. This is against what he would normally will. He must, and instead of trying to ration out or challenge the Lord, be like, look, what about this? He went, okay. Because he knew there's a reason for this. Sometimes in life, we may get put in situations where this is not a good place, or this is a bad situation I'm in. Lord, surely this wouldn't be in you, but the truth is, perhaps it is in him. And we'll see in the rest of, kind of jumping the gun here a little bit, we'll see in the rest of Genesis, there are a lot of incidents where good, faithful people of the Lord are thrown into terrible situations because glory was given to God in it, and many were saved, from a practical standpoint, many were saved because of it. And it's only happened because that person suffered in that way. So, when they came to the place which God had told him, Abraham built the altar there and laid the wood in order and bound Isaac his son and laid him on the altar, on top of the wood. And Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. The Bible does not say, and he hesitantly, or he doesn't say, and he prayed fervently before he did the deed. I mean, he was praying, obviously. You know he was. But it didn't say like any hesitation. It said he put the offering on there, he grabbed the knife, and he was ready to go. He had it over him. Literally, there's a lot of pictures of this scene, and it's literally Abraham like this, and I believe it. He probably was this at this point, and fully ready to go down. 100%. This is a display of faith that God, I believe, asks from all of us. This is a story talking about that. Abraham knows this is not the way of the Lord that he normally has me go. This is not in his way, but he's told me directly to do this. Something will, remember how he said to his son, where's the sacrifice? God will provide himself a lamb for the burnt offering, my son. He said to his son with confidence, don't you worry about that, the Lord's going to provide. That means, what that's showing is an externalization of Abraham's understanding that the Lord will provide a different alternative for what is about to happen. But I will not, in my way, seek out the alternative. He didn't try to wrangle up a ram or try to, like, take the wool of a sheep and put it over his son and just stab through the wool and not hit the son. No. He fully followed the Lord. He didn't do what he did with Hagar and Ishmael and everything. No. He went, fully followed the Lord and said, this is what he says to do it. This is what I'm doing. And he trusted that the Lord would deliver a different way because God will never call any to sin. And there's a Bible verse on that. I can't remember which one. But all to come to him. Even if it looks like there may be. So, he's got the knife up. He's ready to go. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, hold on, Abraham. And he said immediately, as he always does, answering perfectly, here I am. The Lord said, do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything for him. For now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, the son that you know the promises through, the son that you know would wreck everything we established, even that you have not withheld from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in the thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called the name of that place, the Lord will provide. As it is said to this day, on the mount of the Lord it shall be provided. God stopped Abraham the moment that he was about to do something horrendous because he had proven his faith. He went all the way. He trusted the Lord even when it didn't make practical sense to him and said, okay, you did it. Fantastic job. You showed that I am even more important to you than the promise of a legacy that I have given you. You would even give that up for me. And the son that you love so much, your only son so much, in that way to me. And it was counted as faith to him and shown that this is the way the Lord deals with those he loves. He will push us to the edge because it betters us. First off, it betters us because trial by fire, growth through tribulation, all that. But also it brings glory to him because God is the only one who stopped that from happening. God is the one for who that was stopped and through who the alternative was provided. Speaking of that alternative about the ram being provided, and took the ram, offered burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called the name of the place Lord provide. The Lord provide. Anyone see? If anyone sees it, this is a very clear parallel to Christ. Instead of us being on the altar, about to be killed for our sin, this is how things have to be because the Lord says it, because this is the law. God says, hold on. I provided an alternative sacrifice for that. And notice how here it says, you did not spare your son, your only son for me, just like Christ is the only son of the Father. It's a direct parallel that calls to the future of where Jesus died. And by the way, the angel of the Lord is Jesus himself in the manifestation of as he was back then. So he was literally the one saying this about what he would be doing, about what you would be doing later. So, okay then. But yeah, this is a wonderful display of faith because it may seem asinine, and it kind of is by the world standards, it is. But you have to remember, God does not work by the Lord's. The Lord does not work by the world's standards. He works by his standards that are so much higher than what we cannot understand. God would have never let Abraham actually kill his son. He knew it. Abraham even knew it. He knew it. That's why he said to his son, the Lord will provide an alternative. I know this isn't going to happen. But it doesn't mean he wasn't afraid. It doesn't mean he probably wasn't like, okay, because he didn't know what would happen as the alternative. Just because you know something's going to be all right doesn't mean you don't have anxiety about it, because you don't know, well, I don't know what's going to happen to stop this or create a safe net for this. I just know there is going to be one. But that's where trust comes in and faith. For someone that Abraham knows, the Lord loves him so, so much. Bless me, guys. So, so much that he knows he will not let this happen. He will provide for me and my son. But I must display my faith through that so I can show that faith and display the worship to the Lord. And because of that showed faith, there was a renewal of the promise that God made. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven and said, by myself I have sworn, because there is nothing greater than myself to swear by. I swear by me, declares the Lord. Because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, which again that parallels to Jesus, I will surely bless you. And I will surely multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven, as the sand of its seashore. And your offspring shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. Once again, by your offspring, right? And your offspring shall possess the gates of his enemies, and your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. That is talking about Israel, of course, and their being the godly nation, carrying forward God's promise and everything. But it's also talking about Abraham's seed way down the line, about the messianic promise for Christ. By your offspring, by Christ, which is in Abraham's line in Israel, shall all the nations of the earth be blessed by the gospel, by the sacrifice of the Lord Jesus Christ, the ram for our sacrifice instead. So Abraham returned to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham lived at Beersheba. So that is the story of the almost sacrifice of Isaac to the Lord and a display of faith and God's provision of that faith and of that alternative to preserve Isaac's life. And I know it's a pretty intensive story, but the faith that God, be holy for I am holy. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. God, the Lord is not a God of half. He's not part of a pantheon where, you know, half of the house can be dedicated to him, but then when you go out in the sea, you dedicate the waters no, he is not. The Bible says he is a jealous God. He is the God. He is the I am. There is no other, and he demands full respect and worship from those of his creation. Because in that worship, perfect peace can be found as well, which I know is kind of a weird concept, so I get it. It is hard to understand. But we can see today in the story and in the history of Isaac and Abraham that perfect faith that was shown there and the understanding that God will provide, he will be here, even in the most inane and difficult of circumstances in my life right now where I don't understand. Things seem to be going backwards against what I think would worship him. Even in that, it is, hey, I am with you. You are following my word. Trust me. There's a wonderful song actually by Crystal Lewis. Let me go ahead and put it in here. It's very good. I want to share it. I'm not going to play it because that would be copyright. Hold on. Control. It's a wonderful song called Trust Me, and it's kind of about this. And one of the lines is, oh, what is one of the lines? Trying to think of the line. It's something about falling towards the ground, and even though it's, but close as it seems, trust me. And it talks about like How even though it looks like one might be crashing down, whenever someone's following the Lord, it looks like from a worldly perspective, I'm crashing. Like this can't be the will. It's like trust in His word, study it. We're the daily renewal of one's mind, as the Bible says. Stay in Him, eyes on Him, like Peter on the water. Once again, that analogy, and trust Him, because that fall, He's not going to let you hit the ground. He may let you stumble and fall and bang your head and go flip flop around a bit, but eventually He will pick you up and He will place you exactly where you need to be for the best betterment for you, and most importantly for the glory of the Lord Himself. And that it's as hard, but trust in life is where anyone gets, where anywhere, period. I mean, in order to have any meaningful relationship horizontally, and yes, I'll go into my counseling mode for a second. In order to have any meaningful relationship horizontally at all, one has to have some trust. One has to trust that someone will respect your boundaries. One has to trust that someone will not break that trust and tell other individuals things that you entrusted to them. One must trust that someone will cover your back whenever you got a job together or something. There's always trust in everything we do. And some of it's easy, like trusting that, maybe your mother who you love and who loves you will, pick up the phone when you call. But some of it's a little harder, like trusting that this new individual you're meeting in your friend group might be a good person or not a good person. And it's important to establish those boundaries for that, but trust is important for any kind of relationship. And the best part, the reason that, because human trust can fail, that friend in the friend group, the new individual, might actually be a douche and might actually not be trustworthy. Or maybe, and I hope this isn't the case for any of you, but I know it exists, maybe someone's mom is not responding and isn't as loving as she should be, which is her job. But the best thing about the vertical relationship of Christ that's different from the horizontal, where men fail, Christ and God does not. He is everlasting. He is consistent. So His promises are His promises. That's what Abraham was counting on. God said, my seed would go through a legacy through this child, who I love. He's saying to sacrifice his child. It will not happen. I know He will preserve. And this is something Abraham probably thought, even if I kill Isaac and God brings him back from the dead, I know He will continue on. I know, because I trust my Lord and I know His promises are true. And that could have been a possibility. He could have genuinely killed Isaac and God said, well done, and now he's back. It does happen. Jesus rose Lazarus from the dead. There are individuals. Elisha rose the young lady from the dead, like the child. There's a couple of instances. God has power over life, death, and everything. So that was a possibility. Maybe Abraham thought that, but it didn't matter what would happen. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the pain that would come through it. What mattered was, this is what I have to do. This is what the Lord says. He will be with me through whatever trial this is. I trust you. And that is an incredible display of faith. And God saw it. And He was like, you're good. Don't you worry. Don't you dare. Here is ram. Sacrifice that. Abraham, you're incredible. Thank you so much. My blessings, which I've already promised to you. So you're already, but let me tell you, it's going to be amazing. It's not just going to be Israel. It's not going to be that nation only. The world will be blessed through your seed. And when I say blessed, I mean salvation through Christ. The are absolutely right. That trust is a foundation of relationships in more ways than one. Yes. Open communication is the blood of any relationship, but open communication takes that trust to do. It's so important. That's why God tells us to not bear false witness and to be open to one another, bear burdens and everything, so that we can have that kind of trust in each other. That's why He says to be imitators of Christ, because He was so consistent in it. And we're going to fail. We're humans, and sometimes we don't even mean to. And it's okay, because Christ forgives us. And His blood washes it so that we don't have to pay that price for our not only mistakes, but selfish choices entirely. He takes care of that. And that's why whenever we're having trouble with like a new relationship and the trust, we can come to him for it. And even if someone breaks that trust, because the world, once again, collateral damage, he will be there for us. For even if the entire world is against us, or even against one of us or whatever, God is still with us. And if God overcame the world, what can man do against us? Once again, our verses from last Sunday. So, but yeah, very important story, very well-known story, but very important lesson to be learned from it. And just to remind you, no, Isaac didn't die. He wasn't even killed and revived. God stopped it before it went any further. So, if anyone tells you otherwise, that is not the truth. He did not get killed. He's fine. So, and going into it, pretty much everyone knew he would. So, yeah. Anyway, that'll do it for tonight. I'm going to head on off, and I hope everyone has an absolutely blessed day or night or whatever you're experiencing, and I will see you next time. God bless you, and good night for now.